Okay, we are on Daf 63. And on page 63 in the Gemara, we come up with an interesting line at the end. From Rabbi Elazar ben Rabbi Yossi says that I saw something in Rome. I'm titling this When in Rome. Ha ha ha. But really what came up was I saw this thing in Rome. And what they were talking about was the headband from the Kohen HaGadol with Hashem's name on it. And the question there in the Gemara was it on one line, all like this, or was it separated by two lines? This phrase that I saw it in Rome, I saw these things in Rome, come up a number of times in the Gemara, both in the Bavli and in the Yerushalmi, and also in different midrashic collections. We haven't talked about midrashic collections yet, but we will. Now, this particular phrase, I saw it in Rome, I saw this thing in Rome, I saw something from the Kohen Gadol in Rome, is very interesting because it means, did they go to Rome? Did these people actually go to Rome, these Tanaim? Did they actually see it? Where did they see it? Why was it on display? Could everybody see it? Was it hidden? All the talk about things hidden in the Vatican, which we'll get to. And why were things on display in Rome anyways? And did Tanaim travel all that route? So we're going to answer the questions in sequence. So first of all, is it likely that they could see anything in Rome? And the answer simply is yes. Josephus writes about it, the Gemara writes about it, the Midrashim write about it, the actual various Pliny and other people who write about Rome and Roman life also write about it. What happened was when emperors, in this case, Vespasian, goes to a foreign territory, is successful, beats the enemy, and then returns back to Rome, they often build things or bring things back, a lot of booty, and they don't just melt it down like they could have, or just sell it to the highest bidder. They keep it as a kind of a museum, and they love that. They're very museum-oriented people. So let's talk about this. What seems to happen, according to all kinds of Roman witnesses, was Vespasian returned back. He was very proud of himself, and his son Titus, they were very proud of themselves that they beat the Jews. And they wanted to show many of the items that were expensive and what they thought were very valuable. So what they did in the Temple of Peace, which is built around this time, 71 to 75, close to the place, the Colosseum, and close, we're going to talk about the Titus's Arch. This was like the White House of its day. But inside they had all kinds of treasures from wherever they conquered. And part of these were from Jerusalem. So they likely would have had things from the Kohen Gadol, the beautiful golden kalim from the temple. And many people said they saw them. So it seems like these Tanaim actually traveled to Rome and saw them for themselves, eyewitness accounts. Now, not only did they see it on display, which appears to be accurate, and it says so in a number of parts in the Gemara, and we're going to get to it. This is the first time that actually it came up. They saw the menorah. And the menorah is a whole other question, because there's an arch called Titus's Arch, right? Titus in Hebrew. And Titus's Arch was near the Colosseum and near the sort of walkway where all the Romans were, and there was a beautiful temple, and there was lots of temples, and there was markets, and inside, in the archway, inside is a panel with Roman soldiers stealing various kalim from the Beit HaMikdash, including the menorah. And the menorah, which was colored gold at the time, is prominently displayed. It's quite beautiful. You can go see it today. All kinds of people go see these things. And this whole notion of let's put on display what we have now seen and what we value from these people, We want everybody to see how great we are, of course, but also we value them. We Romans really do value these things. Now, Titus's Arch has a lot of discussion on it. Stephen Fine is the main archaeologist and art historian that talks about it from Yeshiva University. And he has a lot of books on it. He has a whole book on the menorah. What did the menorah look like? Because not all the sources agree. And did the Romans who built this thing actually see it, or they're just looking at something else? Maybe they saw a different menorah, because Christians copied the menorah all over the place, and they had it displayed. They thought it was great too. So many people had these type of menorahs. So that's a whole discussion on its own. But when he says, I saw it in Rome, I went to Rome to see it, like in our daf 2 days ago, that's likely. I'm sure it happened. And they could have gone there for other reasons too. There were a lot of Roman Jews there, and they could have gone there to answer and discuss different halacha shilas. So that's the Roman experience.